Hey guys, it's Dani. Today I am taking you all along on a full Tolumnia day, which includes cleaning up their pots, replenishing the slow release fertilizer, but most importantly, making a brand new display corner for them because as you can see, well, you cannot really see because the light is right behind them. This is my southern window and they love it here. I don't necessarily like them here anymore because things got a little bit cluttered. They kind of mashed together with the vandas a little bit too much. They're in bloom, but of course, all of their blooms are facing away, facing the light. I don't even see them. And right now, it's not very bright because it's early in the morning. But as the day progresses, this window becomes so bright I cannot even stare at it. So I have a different display in mind, which is still bright, but it's much easier on the eye. And hey, maybe you can get some inspiration out of it. We're not gonna do any repots or anything of the sort because these were repotted last year. They can sit as they are for at least another year. But since they actually are potted in clay pots, they require a little bit more maintenance than the plastic ones. Anyway, with that long intro out of the way, don't forget to give this video a like if you end up enjoying it, and why not subscribe? I post 3 times a week. So let's just get to work. First and foremost, I want to clean up their pots, and I'll show you why. So as I was saying, they are in terracotta pots, and because they are porous, they breathe quite a lot, which they like, but they also are prone to salt deposits. Please don't start to bark. Oh my goodness. That dog barks for 10 minutes at a time. Okay, I need to take a break. And we're back. So clay pots, even though they're very porous and breathable, what they're also very prone to is salt deposits, and not only algae deposits as well, particularly because these orchids are sitting in very bright light. Maybe this is not the best example to show you. Oh no, there it is. There we go. Do we see these deposits? Yep. I want to get rid of them, and obviously I want to remove as many of these deposits as I possibly can. Some portions of the pot are completely stained, which is fine. I just want to get rid of the excess residue. So first and foremost, I'm going to go at the sink and clean this up with the abrasive side of a sponge. So here we are, all cleaned up and nice. Gave them a good flush as well since we were at it. So as you can see, the clay pots can actually accumulate quite a bit of deposits. And this is one of the main reasons I don't use clay pots on a larger scale. I really don't like those deposits, and having to clean them every once in a while, it's not really all that easy, particularly if you want to wash the sponge in between orchids. I didn't do this for these orchids because, as you can see, they already are sharing a tray. They're the only orchids that share water at this moment, and they will stop starting today because I do have a different setup in mind. But anyway, now it's time to replenish the slow release fertilizer. Not that these guys had slow release fertilizer. I don't actually remember if I added when I repotted them, but if they did have it, it's depleted by now. So I'm gonna show you how I plan on replenishing the fertilizer for the other orchids that I have, since I do keep them at least 2 years in a setup before the medium spoils. And this is only good for 9 months or so maximum. So once a year in the springtime, it is a good idea to replenish it. It's actually pretty easy. All I do is get a long nose tweezers and just grab beads one by one and insert them inside the medium like so. It's no big deal. It's just a little time consuming, but it's okay. Plus these guys don't require a lot. I think I'm gonna place 4 to 5 beads in each pot. So I'm gonna do that really quick and come back when I'm done because I'm gonna show you the new setup. Okay, so the new display will actually imply a pegboard, and this is the one from IKEA. It's called Scotties. And oh my goodness, it's so popular. I first saw it on YouTube channels that actually do a lot of sewing. It is perfect to store your supplies and materials on something like this because it actually has accessories as well. But more recently, I did see it used with plants as well, particularly in the Mills bow cabinet and in the Detolf cabinet, which Spoilers, I might make a video on because I have one. What piece of furniture from IKEA don't I have at this point? Anyway, I don't intend to put my Tolumnias in a shelf or on a wall. I'm going to mount this on a desk. Yep, it actually has some accessories that let you mount it on your desk. How fun is that? And let me show you the desk slash shelf cabinet stuff, again from IKEA, that I will mount it on. There. That is a very bright corner next to my southern window, but at least I can see it. When I look there, I can actually see the orchids that I have there. So I'm gonna clear up all the orchids that I have here, which I will relocate on a different shelf, and I'll come back with installing the pegboard. So this board actually comes with some accessories for you to pin it on a wall, but if you want to pin it to your desk, you need something separate. These are the accessories we're gonna need. They don't have a different name, but they're these hinges. I don't really know how to call them in English, but they're next to where they sell the board as well. And most of you already know this, but for those of you who are new, no, I'm not sponsored by IKEA, I'm not an employee, and I'm not affiliated with them. I should be sponsored because my plant room looks like an IKEA showroom. But no, I bought these myself. IKEA does not know I exist, sadly. It's okay though. Oh no! And here we are, we're all done. So now it is time to pin the Tolumnias to the board. How will we do that? Simple, yet again with some cutest accessories. So amongst the multitude of accessories that you actually have for this pegboard is also this little cup, which just happens to fit the tiny terracotta pots that I have, and it pins on the board like so. So I think you can see where this is going. I got myself a whole bunch of these. And I also got something for the bigger pots. Since I do actually have 3 Tolumnias that absolutely don't fit in these, I also got myself a little tray, which I do believe will hold all 3 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this board and come back when I'm done. You guys, I'm so delighted at how this looks like. I was not actually expecting it to look this good. In my mind it did, but sometimes you know how it is. It looks better in your mind than it does in reality. But actually no, it is really, really pretty in reality as well, and at least now I can see the beautiful flowers of these orchids. Now, I arranged them in a very functional way. As you can see, there is more space on the board. I will play around since I do have so much space. I just wanted to see how many I can actually stack up because, you know me, I cannot resist Tolumnias, so probably I will purchase myself a few more. So I do actually have quite a lot of space. If all Tolumnias would be this tiny, that would be great, but no, there are a few of them which are a little bigger. No worries, this tray can actually hold 3 of them, which is very, very good. And yeah, I am so delighted with it. It is actually pretty sturdy as well. Oops, let's not jiggle them way too much because the Tolumnias are actually pretty loose in these pots, which is great because it allows for air circulation. But yeah, let's not jiggle this board way too much. It is pretty sturdy there. The Tolumnias are not heavy as it is, so yeah, I think it is great. I do also think I can put quite a few more orchids here, not very tall ones obviously, but I think my little Vendacious / Neophanetia hybrids, those would actually fit great here and they would not interfere with the Tolumnias. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really fast and come back with the outro. Ta-da! Look at that. Can you tell me this is an epic? You cannot, because it really is very, very epic. I'm surprised as well, you guys. This looks much better than I expected. So there are a few orchids here which probably will not permanently sit here. My Monachica is in bloom. I want to see her bloom, so I'm gonna keep it here. But I think it's a glorious place for my Cycopsis, since he has this very, very tall and pretty fragile flower spike, so he's pretty protected here. Also my Neophanetia hybrids, they get a lot of light here. They're not tall. I think they go together with the Tolumnias very well. And of course my Cloches, which we'll talk about in a different video. So before I let you go, let me just show you a few more accessories that I got to play around with. Not in this project, probably a different project, but just so you know they exist, here you have some actual pegs, which you can actually hang on that board. Mind you, I don't believe they can hold the weight of a clay pot plus the orchid inside, reason why I did not use them, but definitely plastic pots, tiny little epiphytes, I think they can actually hold. They're meant for papers or photos, to be fully honest, so yeah, I wouldn't hang anything heavy, but I think they're neat. Definitely somebody can find good use for them, and also proper hooks, which you can actually hang quite a bit of weight on them. I got them to experiment a little bit with a different project that will require me to hang something a little heavier. I do believe they can hold. They're iron, so yeah, if you have mounts or any other type of hanging plant which can fit on the board, this is your accessory. And yeah, there are a few others which I personally didn't find use for, but you can check them out on the IKEA website. Maybe you have some ideas. But for this project, I do believe that the accessories that I got are the most suited ones, and look at that match. The size is perfect for the Tolumnias. Good thing Tolumnias don't grow very, very big. They might grow a little bushy. I might control their size in the future just to make sure they fit on the board. I'm just gonna divide them, give parts of them away. I'm not gonna let them bush out way too much, which they can do. But anyway, if you're interested in Tolumnias, you don't know much about them, I will be sure to link you my tutorial down below. They're not very hard to keep orchids. They're perfectly suited for home conditions, and they bounce back pretty fast from being rootless, but it takes a while. They're very, very slow. Once they're healthy, they grow pretty fast, they bloom pretty regularly, and just look at those blooms. But anyway, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hope you got a lot of inspiration, and yeah, I think this item is so multi-purpose. It's not even funny. It's really, really nice. I'm so happy that I have a place to enjoy my Tolumnias in their full glory now. You cannot believe it. Anyway, so with that said, I hope you have a great day. Subscribe to my channel for more orchid videos, tutorials, experiments, updates, and other fun orchid subjects. If you wish to support the channel, do consider becoming a member or visit the merch store linked down below in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's always nice to stay in touch there as well. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!